Hello again everybody, it's me, Madam Macabre, and I am back with another Monday video. For today's video, I have a story time for you guys. So, as you know, during this time of year, a lot of people will get their holiday shopping done, and you get a lot of crazy stories with Black Friday and stuff. Well, interestingly enough, my Black Friday went very smoothly. There weren't any crazy fights or anything, at least in my area, that broke out that led to interesting stories for me to share with you. So I thought, okay, well at least it's peaceful this year. Well, as it turns out, today I ran out to the Walmart. Hello, cat. She had to make a debut, I guess. Every time you gotta interrupt, huh? Well, as it turns out, I had to go to the Walmart today, and boy, does that place never fail to bring interesting shopping stories. So it may not be a Black Friday story, but oh, it's a surreal one. So I actually ordered something online for my niece and nephew for Christmas, and I had it sent to the Walmart for pickup rather than just shipping it here because I didn't want to pay for the shipping because it was a big item. So I got the notification today that I needed to go in and pick it up because the order was here. So I headed on over and went to the back of the store where the pickup area is. And at first there was a lady there helping the couple in front of me, but they were being kind of feisty because I guess it was taking her too long to find their specific item. So she went back into the back area to help them, and she stayed there, like she vanished for a while. She was gone for a good 5 to 6 minutes, and a line started to build behind me. The old couple went off to the side to wait for their item, and then so I pulled forward. I left a gap between me and the register because the couple was still had to do their order. But there was probably about 5 to 6 people behind me, like it built up a line, and we were all just waiting, nothing interesting happening, just like, okay, where's the lady? It's been a while. Then out of nowhere, this woman pushing her cart, classic Helen haircut, classic stink face expression, pushes her cart past us and then just squeezes in front of me in the gap that I left for the couple in front of me. Just cuts in front of all of us. Just all of us. Just walks right past us like we're not there. Squeezes into the thing in front of me, then walks up to the counter. Is this real? Did she just do that? And like, I'm the type of like low conflict person, even though I would be sitting there in disbelief, I just would let it pass because that's weird. It's weird, I don't want to mess with that. However, there were some feisty folks in line behind me who saw this small injustice happen, and boy oh boy was it interesting to watch some folks who might be classified as the redneck category get feisty at what might be classified as the soccer mom category. So, needless to say, a big ol' argument started breaking out because the redneck family was like, wait a second, y'all just cut in front of us, and we've been waiting here for 10 minutes now, you don't just get to jump to the front of the line. And she's just like, oh, I didn't realize that this was a line, but I mean, I'm already here, so, and like, man, I don't even know. Is this normal for Walmart? Because I don't know. I was just standing there. Eventually, a whole bunch of people behind us in line started getting real riled up, shouting at her. So she very begrudgingly finally got out of line and went off elsewhere in the store, probably to run away like a dog with her tail between her legs. But that was just the starting course. That wasn't even the weirdest encounter that I had this evening. But it set the tone for the rest of the trip, let me tell you. So from there, I got my item, picked it up, no problem, and then decided I was going to do a little bit of grocery shopping, and like, I also needed some craft stuff for cosplay projects, so I figured, hey, I can get it here while I'm here. So I headed over on my way to the craft aisle so I could get some like E6000 glue. I heard it's really good, and I'm working on craft foam stuff right now, so gonna give that a shot. Anyway, on my way there, I went down the first aisle to look for it. It wasn't on that aisle, but there was a woman there trying to shove a whole bunch of headphones inside her purse. And she was like she wasn't looking at me, she was looking at the headphones she was trying to shove in her bag to shoplift. And like, I was just sitting there, I'm just like, now what? What else is going on in the store that I am having to witness? So I just kind of freeze, unsure of what I should do. Then she looks up and sees me, and I swear, she just like, her reaction, she didn't say anything, she didn't put any of the headphones back, she just like looked at me and then did like like I was a raptor from Jurassic World to just out of the aisle and skedaddled on out of there. And I'm just like, what just happened? I don't even know. And like, I just sat there for a minute, dazed and confused. And then I'm like, whatever, I am getting my glue, and then I'm gonna get some groceries, and then I'm gonna leave and get out of this strange Twilight world. So I continue on a few more aisles, and I finally find the glue. And like, cool, nobody else is in this aisle. I can just do my thing in peace. So I start looking up the different glue brands, trying to find what I'm looking for. And then I hear really loud voices, like, heading down in the same direction as me. And it's a big old family with, like, there's a baby in the cart, and there's, like, two like, kids that are probably middle school aged, and then the parents come walking in the aisle, and they kind of have the classic Walmart people look to them, and they walk up. I'm just trying to mind my own business, look at my glue, and they are practically scream conversing at each other. It was interesting because the children were just openly cursing out at the parents, dropping curse words, like yelling at them and stuff that I would have got my butt beat as a child. And rather than doing anything, the parents are just cursing back at them. And they're just like screaming, openly having warfare with each other, screaming and all this stuff. And like, I'm awkwardly like, oh my God, where's the glue I need? Where's the thing I need? Let me just get out of here. They're screaming at each other. And then the dad comes right up next to me because he needs apparently one of the glue things. And he just stops and he's like, I want a hot glue gun, but they're so bleeping expensive. And then the kid comes up, they're bleeping not that expensive. Look at this. No, I want that one, not a low temperature one. Just screaming right next to me. And I'm just like, oh, okay, let me get my stuff. Like screaming folks having familial combat with one another. Then I look over to try, because my cart's behind me on the other side of the aisle. So I have to kind of turn to try and get out, but I can't move at this point because now I've got the dad here, the kid behind him yelling, and the mom had come kind of like behind me to look over my shoulder at the glue. And then there was a box on the trolley because they've been restocking because it's nighttime right now. And they restock at night. So there's a trolley with boxes on this side, the mom behind me, the dad here, and the kid there, all screaming. I am stuck in a vortex of terror. And I just look over, thinking maybe if I just make it clear that I'm trying to get out of here, they'll let me out. But they didn't get the message. They just sat there and all of them arguing around me. This is the most bizarre thing. I look over to the cart and the baby's sitting there just staring at me and like unblinking. It was very disturbing. And just quietly, the baby was the only one that wasn't making a fit, but it was doing this weird. So basically, I just kind of sat there awkwardly for a minute until the dad screamed, well fine, we're not gonna get any of it, and just storms out of the aisle. I see an opening, so I run over to my cart and then I just scram out of there because that was just too intense for me. Let me tell ya, I don't go out too often, and when I do and experience these things, it frightens me a bit. It's a little overwhelming. So from there, I decide I'm going to head over. I just needed a few more groceries, and then I could leave. I decided to take a shortcut from the craft area over to the frozen food area so I could work my way through. And on the way through there, I get to an area where I hear like a weird squealing sound, and I'm like, now what? What else? What other horrors does the store have in store for me tonight? And I kind of peek around the end cap of an aisle to see what this weird squealing sound is. And it looks like it's a group of teenagers who had one of those like little sitting, buzzing, like scooter cart things. They were just trying to do like donut holes or something in it in the freezer section, like the end of it where there's a little more space, and in the middle of the aisle I see there's like a Walmart employee over by the clothes area that was like adjacent to it staring, but they were like so broken on the inside that they just didn't have the motivation to do anything. So I'm just like, holy hell, we got Mario Kart going on over here. We have the screaming rednecks. We have Helen, who is probably off pissing off more people of Walmart. What else? What else can I run into tonight before I can just finish my little errands and get back to the safety of my cave? So I go over, I needed to get milk. I'm like, okay, I'll get milk and juice, and then that'll be good, That's all I need. So I head over to that aisle, and doesn't seem anything's amiss there. So I go and I get my milk, fine, no problems, and then I head over to the juice, and I hear more screaming, and I'm just like, now what? Please don't lock me in again. And I turn around to see it, and it's just like hyper-aggressive, almost military-style dad, just having an absolute meltdown because his daughter grabbed the wrong brand of juice, and he's freaking out like, you wanna kill me? I can't drink that! And, oh God, I've seen some things at Walmart. It was interesting. After seeing him have his meltdown, I got a little uncomfortable because I don't like it when grown men shout. It spooks me a little bit. So I went ahead and got my cart moseyed on out of there, checked out as quick as I could, and basically just ran with my cart to my car and just took off, went home. And I finally feel like I'm back in the normal dimension of reality again. It's every time I go into a Walmart after the sun has set, it's like I'm entering into a new, slightly altered reality where just things are not as they seem. You never know what you're gonna get when you walk into one. But that's about it for my crazy Walmart adventure tonight. I just figured, hey, while it's all fresh in my mind, I would record it and share it with you guys because that was an experience worth talking about. What about you guys? Have you had any crazy Walmart adventures recently? Did you have any Black Friday antics in your area? Because there weren't many here, but I'm sure there were still plenty elsewhere. Feel free to share in the comments below. And if you liked this story time, please feel free to leave a like or a comment below. That always helps me out. And if you are new here, on Mondays and Fridays, I always post new videos. Mondays, I post anything along the lines of comedy or off-topic stuff. And Fridays, I do stuff related to horror, creepypastas, narrations, all that good stuff. So feel free to check out my older videos and stuff. And I occasionally post original songs as well, as you guys who are familiar with my channel are familiar with. Anyways, that's all I've got time for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will have more to come later. That's all for now. Bye-bye!